He was arrested 9 times before turning 16. Fighting and stealing were his daily routine, and the neighbors all said he was a lost cause. But who could have imagined this street kid would not only become the biggest trash talker in wrestling, but also rise to be the highest paid actor in the world? Dwayne came from a wrestling family. His father was the first black wrestling champion in America. It sounded impressive, but the family was broke. His mom cleaned rich people's houses, making just $2 for scrubbing a floor. At 14, after his parents divorced, he and his mom couldn't even afford rent and ended up living in a cheap roadside motel, listening to strangers' snores through the walls at night. Life was so hard that he gave up trying. He used all his strength in fights and bullying classmates for snacks. Before finishing high school, he had already been taken to the police station 9 times. Even the cops shook their heads and said, "This kid's hopeless." Just when everyone thought he'd waste his life on the streets, his high school coach gave him a lifeline. He recruited him to the football team. No one expected the street brawler to shine on the field, but he did, earning a spot at the University of Miami with a full scholarship. It looked like his life was finally turning around, but then a talented freshman stole his starting position. During the NFL draft, he handed his resume to team after team, but nobody wanted him. With no options left, he tried his luck in the Canadian Football League, only to be cut after 2 months. At his lowest point, he had just $7 left in his pocket. Out of options, Johnson turned to the family business wrestling, but the moment he stepped into the ring, the crowd booed. They shouted, "Daddy's boy! You don't deserve to be here!" Instead of backing down, he grabbed the mic and fired back. He mocked his opponents for moving like snails, and taunted fans for yelling loudly, but never daring to step in the ring. His sharp tongue made him a crowd favorite, and soon he became the king of trash talk in wrestling. He went on to win the WWE Heavyweight title 8 times, shutting down rivals so hard they dropped the mic in frustration. Once he made it big, his first paycheck was $2 million. He bought his mom a house and helped his dad open a wrestling gym. But he didn't stop there. He aimed for Hollywood. His first leading role, the Scorpion King, earned him $5.5 million, a Guinness World Record for the highest salary for a newcomer. But his next films flopped. He was even nominated for a Golden Raspberry and labeled box office poison. So Johnson reinvented himself. He shifted from tough guy roles to comedic action, embracing the funny big guy persona. Step by step, he rebuilt his career. By 2016, he had surpassed Robert Downey Jr. to become the highest paid actor in the world. Today, Johnson runs his own production company, has his own athletic brand, and even revived his football dream by relaunching a pro league. He's become a true multi-hyphenate. Some say he was lucky, but what people don't see is that ever since his troubled youth, he's been waking up at 4 a.m. to train, living with discipline carved into his bones. Fate never gives up on anyone. What really changes a life is refusing to surrender, fighting through the hardest moments, and never letting yourself quit.